Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Swiftfoot here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best rod progression guide inside of Fisch. This is literally going to go over the best route to get all the way from the flimsy rod to the eternal prism rod. So before you get to this video, make sure you like and subscribe, as I would really appreciate it. Also, shout out my A-Push teacher. He got me this really cool play button right here. It's a custom made one, so yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. And everybody say W Mr. Sarsfield in the chat. But yeah, that aside, let's get into this ultimate rod progression guide. Alright guys, now beginning with this rod progression guide, you're going to end up spawning at Moosewood. Now the first thing, like most playthroughs, what you're going to want to do is you're going to end up learning how to play the game. So I'm not really going to explain to y'all how to play the game, but just take your rod out and fish and do a couple of quests and get some money. And eventually what you're going to want to do is you're going to end up saving up $2,000 right here. Now once you do end up saving $2,000, the first rod we're going to have in this progression guide is the carbon rod. It's going to be $2,000 and it's a very solid rod. And even right now, if you guys don't know, you can end up joining the group and claiming this. So you don't really have to end up fishing. You could just end up claiming this box. It'll give you $5,000 and you could end up getting this rod pretty much off the bat. But yeah, that being said, this is a very solid rod, minus 10% layer speed, so it's a pretty slow rod, but it's going to have 25% luck with 0.05% control, 10% resilience, and the max kilograms you can end up catching is 600. So yeah, it's a very solid starter rod, and I will 100% recommend it. This is the first rod you're going to end up getting for this progression guide, and we can end up moving on to the second rod. Alright, so for the next rod we're going to end up getting, it's going to be the Depth Seeker rod, which is going to be $40,000 in Atlantis. Now don't worry if you don't know how to get here. I'm going to quickly show you how to get here, and I'm also going to show you how you can get $40,000 really quickly. But yeah, that aside, let's go ahead and end up showing y'all how to end up getting here in the first place. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to end up heading over to the Forsaken Shores Island. Now once you are here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to end up pulling 5 levers so we can end up unlocking the area to get to Atlantis. So let's go ahead and show y'all where these areas are. So the first lever is going to be right here by the merchant. Just go ahead and pull this right here. The next lever is going to be literally right up here, so you're just going to do a little jog right here. It's going to be right behind this little skin merchant right here. Now I'm going to end up speeding this next part because this one is a little far, but it's going to be in this back area, so let's just go ahead and do a little speed up right here. Alright, so as you guys can see, we see the next lever right here. This is the 3 out of 5 lever right here. Go ahead, click this one, and we have that lever done. And then for this next lever, we have to climb all the way up Forsaken Shores. So let's just go ahead and do a little bit of climbing and make it all the way up to Forsaken Shores. Alright, now that we have climbed this bridge, all we do is the lever is literally going to be right here. We could just go ahead and pull it, and there's going to be one more lever. So from here, all you're literally going to want to do is just drop down from the skull. So just go ahead, jump. You don't take no fall damage in this game, so go ahead, boom, boom. And the last lever is literally going to be right here on your right. As you guys can see, that's going to be 5 out of 5 levers right there, and you got all 5 clicked. Now from here, it's going to give you a little prompt like there's some TNT somewhere or something like that. I can't really remember what it says, but yeah, basically what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up heading inside of the skull, and that's where you're going to end up finding your TNT. So let's go ahead and do a little jump cut right here. Alright everybody, so we did a little climbing and we're literally here by the eyeball. So we're just going to want to do is we're going to glide inside of the skull, or you could just walk in here, and as you guys can see, the TNT is right here. Now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and grab this TNT right here, and we're going to end up heading over to the Grand Reef Island, which is literally right behind Forsaken. So yeah. Alright guys, now once you are at the Grand Reef, simply what you're going to want to do is you're going to throw in some diving gear. So if you don't have no diving gear, there should be some nearby over there at that buoy. I'm pretty sure that's where the diving gear is. It may not be there, I don't know, but just go check it. You know what I'm saying, get some diving gear. But yeah, what we're going to want to do is we're going to get our diving gear right here. We're going to get our flippers too. It definitely helps. I don't think you need flippers, but yeah, it definitely helps. And what you're going to want to do is simply just go ahead and glide down here, or just swim down here. And once you are down here, simply what you're going to want to do is it's going to give you a prompt to place the TNT. So yeah, what we can do is we can end up placing the TNT right by here. And one little mistake I ended up making was I was trying to click on it, but all you're going to want to do is go back to this little box right here, and it's going to end up exploding. Now what you're going to want to do from here simply is just go inside of this this little Atlantis thing right here. And this isn't going to be the actual Atlantis. This is just going to be where you're going to find the token to get into Atlantis. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a little swimming right here. And as you guys can see, we can end up swimming up here, and there we go. Now in the back, you're gonna see the Heart of Zeus. I already have one, but yeah, I don't know if it's gonna let me pick it up again. But yeah, what you're gonna want to do is just go over here, and bada bing, you got it right here, boom, right here. And yeah, it's gonna give you a little prompt that you ended up grabbing it right there, and you can end up using it at the top. So let's go ahead and get back to the top right quick. All right, now with your Heart of Zeus, simply what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna go over to this crack right here and just click it, and it's gonna end up teleporting you here, and that is how you get here. So yeah, as you guys can see, we are here at Atlantis. All right everybody, now that we are in Atlantis, he's going to end up selling you the second rod you're going to want to end up getting, which is going to be the Depth Seeker rod. So it's going to be $40,000, as you guys can see right here, and it's definitely an absolutely insane follow-up to the carbon rod. Now, if you guys don't have $40,000, I would recommend going over to this pond at Forsaken Shores. It's a very good pond, and yeah, I would definitely recommend going over there. But that aside, let's go ahead and just get into the stats of this. This is a really good rod right here. So it's gonna have 55% lure speed, 70% luck, 0.17 control, 25% resilience, and a max kilogram of 50,000. Yeah, so I mean, it's just an absolutely insane rod and a very good follow-up to the carbon rod. And with it only being $40,000, it's definitely going to be something I can end up recommending grinding for it. So yeah, definitely get this rod second, and we can end up moving on to our next rod. Alright, now moving on to the next rod, which is going to be conveniently located right here in Atlantis, is going to be the Champions rod. Now this rod is going to be $80,000, and if you don't have that money, because that is a lot of money, you could simply use the last rod you ended up getting and simply fishing over here at Atlantis, because Atlantis is a pretty good area. So if you do have the Depth Seeker rod, which is definitely a lot better than the carbon rod, you literally can just fish right here and sell at that merchant right there, get a bunch of money, and you can end up buying this rod. This rod has insanely good stats and a very solid follow-up to the Depth Seeker rod. It's going to have 45% lure speed, 65% luck, 0.25 control, 30% resilience, and the max kilograms is going to be 200,000, which is the highest rod up to this point. So yeah, it's a very solid rod, and a rod I would 100% recommend getting after the Depth Seeker rod. It's a really good rod and a good follow-up, and yeah, it's a very solid rod. You know, I just said that like 5 times, but yeah, that's basically what the point I wanted to make. This is the third rod you're going to end up getting after that rod. Alright guys, so for the next rod, you're going to end up getting the Trident rod right here. As you guys can see, it's going to be $150,000. Now, if you guys don't know how to get here, I'm just quickly do a little tutorial just to show y'all how to get here. So, alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to end up heading over here to this little buoy right here. I'm going to show you the coordinates right here. You're going to head over to minus 814, 133, and minus 3,100. You're going to see this big old cave right here underwater. Basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to end up equipping some diving gear and some flippers, and you could get all that at Atlantis, which was the last area we were at. Basically, once you are here, what you're going to want to do is just simply start to dive. Now, this is going to be a little long of a swim, so I'm going to speed up this part right here. But yeah, basically, in a sense, what you're doing right here is you're just swimming over to the other portion of the area. So there's going to be a couple of sea mines right here. So as you guys can see, do not go into them. They will literally insta-kill you. But yeah, I mean, what you're going to want to do is just maneuver your way through these sea mines. They're pretty easy to get by as well. I mean, like, you probably won't have any troubles unless you're literally just not paying no type of attention. And it's a short swim. So once you guys are here, you're simply going to emerge out, and we're going to be at our location. We are at the Desolate Depths. Now, or the Desolate Deep. Oh my gosh, my pronunciation. But yeah, what you're going to want to do is you're going to end up heading over to this location. This is going to be the next location. Now, from here, what you have to do is you have to complete the entire Desolate Deep bestiary. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys right quick. So yeah, as you guys can see, these are all of the fishes, and you have to literally catch every single one of them, including the sea mine. They are pretty easy to catch. The only one that's probably going to give y'all trouble is the sea mine, because you have to use crab cages, unfortunately. But yeah, just go ahead, go over there. There's going to be a little shop area right there, and you're going to want to get you probably 1,000 crab cages, because this takes literally forever. I remember I was down here for like 2 hours trying to get this, but if you're lucky, it should probably only take like 20-30 minutes. But yeah, just set a bunch of these crab cages all over the places, and yeah, complete that whole bestiary. Once you have that whole bestiary completed, simply what you can end up doing is you can end up heading over here by the bones. There's a little opening like right here. So if I remember correctly, it should be, yeah, right here, as you guys can see. And what you're going to do is just swim through this area right here. And once you guys do end up emerging, we're at the secret area. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to have to get your enchant relics. So yeah, as you guys can see, I have 100 enchant relics in my inventory, not to flex or anything, but yeah, what you're going to want to do is just go ahead and lay them out right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then as you guys can see, it's going to end up opening this door right here, and the Trident rod is going to be in here, and this is going to be the next rod you're going to end up getting in here. So there it is right here, the Trident rod, looking all oil filled and stuff, and there's some constipation conscious right there to get out of here, and this is going to be $150,000. So yeah, honestly, by the time you end up getting everything from this bestiary, you sell everything, you should have enough to get this. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, go ahead and claim your rod, and it's a very good rod. And let's go ahead and pull up the stats. As you guys can see right here, 20% lure speed, not too crazy, 150% luck. That is really what you're looking for. This is going to be the luckiest rod you're going to get up to this point. 0 control, 0% resilience, and only 6,000 kilograms. So it's not going to catch you the big fishes, but it's definitely going to give you the more luckier fishes, the fishes that are pretty difficult to catch. Also, it gives you the little Atlantean enchant as well, that which multiplies how much your fish is worth. So it's a very good rod, and it's a very good follow-up to the champion rod. So yeah, it's going to be the 5th rod you're going to end up getting inside of this progression guide, and we can end up moving on to the next one. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to look for these jet streams. They're going to be all around the ocean. You'll end up finding them around one of the islands. You'll find them literally anywhere. Just look for these giant jet streams, and simply what you're going to want to do is just swim inside of it, and it's going to end up teleporting you to a secret area. Once you are here, you're going to be into the vertigo. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go all the way down here, and basically if this is your first time here, what you have to do is you have to fish up and get this whole entire bestiary. So I'm just going to show you guys right quick. So right here, as you guys can see, you have to complete this entire bestiary so you can end up unlocking the next area. The guy will literally tell you cannot go in. So once you end up completing the whole bestiary, you should have the key in your inventory. Just go ahead and plop it right here, and then you'll be able to enter into this new area right here. Now simply all you want to do from here is just end up completing this parkour course right quick. So we're going to do that right quick. Right there we go. As you guys can see, we ended up completing the parkour course, and as you guys can see, we are at the depths. Now from here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to end up heading over to the back area, which is around like right there where I'm pointing at with my cursor. So we're just going to go over there right quick. Alright, now once you have made it over to this back area, which is just tucked in the back behind the merchant area, as you guys can see, there's going to be a couple pedestals. Now you're going to need 2 enchant relics, and in specific you need an abyssal enchant relic and a hex enchant relic. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to place your enchant relics at both of these pedestals. So you're going to want to place one right here, and as you guys can see, I've already placed one right there, and the door that you end up opening with the relics I have open right now, so I'm not going to place another one, but you're going to place your abyssal one right here, and then once you do that, you're going to want to swim up this waterfall right here. As you guys can't see, it's just a little swim right here, and then this is where you're going to end up placing the hex one. So we're going to go ahead, go over to the back. As you guys can see, there's the symbol right here, and tucked right here is going to be the hex one. So you're just going to go ahead and place the hex one right there, and there we go. We should have both of them placed right now. Now if this is your first time, this door is going to end up opening. I know you used to have to repeatedly place it every time you have to go down here, but now it's just permanently open. Now from here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to end up completing this maze. Right now we're going to try and do this maze. Bear with me, I always struggle doing this maze, but yeah, we should be straight, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, I'm gonna try and speed this part up a little bit. Right, there we go. We ended up making it right here. As you guys can see, there is the Rod of the Depths. Now it's going to be $750,000, which is actually quite a lot of money. But honestly, with all the farming you're going to be doing, getting the other rods, you should be able to get to that amount. If you don't have that much money, you are here literally at the depths. There are a bunch of really good farming spots, including this one right here by the bridge. This is a pretty good farming spot you could end up going to. But yeah, that aside, this is going to be the rod right here, $750,000, and you could just end up exiting through this back way. So let's just go ahead and exit right here, and then I'm gonna end up showcasing off this rod right quick. And apparently you get like some type of title too now. I didn't even know that, but yeah. So as you guys can see right here, we have the Rod of the Depths, and it's going to give you 65% layer speed, 130% luck, 0.15 control, 10% resilience, and a max kilograms of 30,000. So yeah, this is a really good rod, and it's going to give you the special ability where you can catch 2 fishes at once. So yeah, this is the go-to rod after you get the Trident rod, and we can end up moving on to our next rod. All right, next up in the 7th rod we're going to be getting is going to be the Tempest rod. Now this rod is fairly easy to get, and it isn't really that expensive. So yeah, let's get right into how we're gonna get this. All right, so what you have to do is you have to head over to the sunken trial, which is literally right here by the merchant, and what you're gonna end up doing is pretty much opening this door. Now it's very easy to do. All you have to do is literally memorize this pattern right here. As you guys can see, there's gonna be some shapes. Remember the pattern left to right. All right, and once you do end up doing that, simply what you have to do is just swim under here and press the buttons underwater, and it's gonna end up opening that door, and you just go back and literally click the buttons again. So I'm gonna just show y'all the maze pathway right now. I say it's easy, and I literally messed up my first try, but basically what you're gonna want to do from here is simply you're gonna make a left right here. As you guys can see, you're gonna see a couple plants right here. Make a right, and then another right here, and then a left, and then on your left right here there is this giant thing right here. Now simply what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna end up activating the symbols in the order that you've seen them from. Now I can't really remember the order I just seen from, because I didn't think they were gonna be dark like this. But yeah, what you're gonna want to do is just simply activate the order right here. So just go ahead and click all of them in that order. It's gonna be different for y'all no matter what type of playthrough you're on. It's gonna be completely different. Some of them might be flipped, but yeah, just take a picture, remember that, and simply once you do that, just head back to the surface. All right, now once you do end up arriving back at surface and you're back at the little pedestal thing, simply you're just gonna want to click it from left to right. As you guys can see, it's giving me the click prompt, but I haven't clicked it underwater, but that's fine because I already have the door open, and as you guys can see, it will end up opening this door right here. So you could go ahead and end up gliding here, and this is how you get some later on rods as well. But yeah, that's not really important right now. This is the rod you're after, the Tempest rod. It's an insanely good rod, especially for the price. Now, if you guys don't have the money, because this is a little bit expensive, but if you don't have the money, there's literally a good fishing spot right here. But as you guys can see, the rod is right here, 1.85 mil, and I'm gonna just go ahead and show you how the stats right quick. So we're gonna have a 90% lure speed, 120% luck, 0.15 control, 40% resilience, and a max kilogram of 80,000. So it's a very good rod. I haven't used it at all, to be honest with you, but it's still a very good rod, and it's the next rod you're gonna end up getting after the rod of the depths, and we can end up moving on to the next rod. Now moving on to the 8th and final rod in this progression guide, and I know it's a little bit of a jump, but it's going to be the ethereal prism rod. Now this rod is quite a difficult rod to get to, but I mean, if you guys follow me, it's going to be pretty easy for you, and it's going to be $15 million. So if you don't have that rod with the Tempest rod, you'll be able to get that amount. Just go to a really good fishing spot like the ones in Atlantis, and you should be able to get that amount after a little bit of grinding. But yeah, this is going to be really the final rod you're going to get to, and once you get this rod, I mean, like, the whole game becomes easy because of the crazy enchants you get and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely the best rod inside of the entire game. But I'm gonna show you how to get to it. The first thing y'all gonna want to do is you're gonna end up spawning in your submarine. If you don't know how to do it, just go to Roslet, talk to that guy, and he's gonna ask you to break some rocks over there. It's really easy. I mean, you guys honestly could follow. He'll literally explain to you how to do it. But yeah, what you're gonna want to do is follow his quest line. He'll have you build this submarine, and once you do that, you're gonna end up heading over to the giant bay right here. Okay. Now what we have to do is we're gonna go down, and we have to make our way to 3 spots. All right. So when we're down here, we're gonna make our way to 3 spots, and pretty much what you have to do is end up completing the little quest at all 3 spots to not only upgrade your suit to go down, progress down deeper, but also just get the fishes that you need, okay? Because you need to catch the 3 secret fishes. All right, so yeah, I'm not really gonna just go over in detail each area one by one, because this area literally takes like 10 minutes to even descend. But yeah, when you're down here, basically you have to go to all 3 areas: the volcano area, the cryogenic area, and the abyssal zenith. You have to complete all of their fish bestiaries. Now, I'm not gonna lie, from my experience, they're actually pretty easy bestiaries to catch. They don't require no special stuff. So yeah, just get you a good rod, which is that Tempest rod. It will literally help you get every single rod or fish inside of these areas. So alright, now once you have made it through the calm zone, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna end up completing that parkour course right there, and it's gonna ask you to insert all 3 of the secret fishes. Now, I know this could take a while, but with that rod, you'll be straight. You'll be able to catch all 3 of these, and once you end up catching all of them, just insert them, and they'll end up letting you enter into this new area right here. And this is where you're gonna end up fighting the ethereal prism rod. Now, I definitely got to get a better enchant on my rod, by the way. Yeah, but that's irrelevant to what we're doing right here. So yeah, once you end up, as you guys can see right there, it is over there in the far distance. So we're just gonna go ahead and use our glider, and this is gonna be the most late game rods right here. Now, if you guys are here for the first time and this is your first time seeing it, it will not let you buy it because you have to complete the boss fight, then the Veil of the Forsaken bestiary. So I mean, yeah, you don't have to catch Skrilla though, guys. But yeah, as you guys can see, this is the final rod you're gonna be able to get. And obviously I didn't go over every single rod, but that's basically just the gist. It's gonna get you to all the good rods, and yeah, that's basically everything you need to know. The best rod inside of the entire game, man. This area takes literally forever. It took me 10 minutes to get down here, guys. But yeah, as you guys can see, this is the final rod inside of this progression guide, and congratulations, you have the best ride in the game with the easiest and most optimal progression guide. But yeah, I hope you guys did end up enjoying. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe, as I would really appreciate it, and it does help the channel a lot. And yeah, I gotta go edit this video, so bye.